Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's
Pull it down over there.
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted?
Actually, I did. What's up, y'all, and happy Wonder Woman Day. Yeah, that's right. Today, June 3rd, 2017, is a Wonder Woman Day. How cool is that? Wonder Woman Day. Wonder Woman Day. If you don't know what this is, I'll get to that in a second, or in a few minutes. So as you saw in the little clip before this, I went to this garage sale, this local garage sale, and I scored this. Now, if you're not familiar, if you're not a fan, these DC Universe Classics, this is an older one too, Wave 4. This figure goes now, what year was this? 2007. It's 10 years ago. I think this figure, sealed like this, goes for about at least 30 plus. 30 plus, maybe upwards from 40 even, and maybe right now, because of all the Wonder Woman hype, she might even go for more. But guess how much I got this for? Only 15 bucks. 15 bucks. It's one of those things where I don't think the seller is really an action figure person, or even really, I mean, she seemed like she's like a huge Wonder Woman fan, and she had all kinds of Wonder Woman stuff and other stuff, but I don't think like really a collector, and like that she thinks of value, or else I don't think she would have been selling this for 15 bucks. Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell her that it was it's valued at much higher, because I freaking wanted this for only 15 bucks. So anyway, yeah, I got some hauls to share with you guys. Some Wonder Woman stuff and some other stuff, but yeah, how cool is that? I love it, because again, I'm sure I've mentioned it and not too long ago, especially in my videos where I was hauling a lot of Marvel Legends and or DC Multiverse. I'm pretty sure I mentioned I also want to backtrack on some DC Universe Classics. Unfortunately, a lot of these, especially the really cool ones, and there's some other ones on the back. I wonder how much Ares goes for now. I actually want this Cyborg and this that Batman Beyond. But yeah, you know what? It seems like DC Universe Classics, older ones, are actually harder to come by. And I don't want to say exactly that, but I just off the top of my head, I feel like in what I've been searching recently, DC Universe Classics are a little harder to come by at good prices than older Marvel Legends. But they could be about the same, because both properties, Marvel and DC, they're super hot. Whether you're a fan of both or just either, most fans of Marvel or DC or both are pretty diehard, and there's some really cool older stuff. So if you're like me and you're like kind of jumping back on or just jumping on, there's a lot of older stuff to catch up on. Yeah, but that's just awesome, this Wonder Woman. And I've been wanting, I've been collecting the DC Multiverse stuff, the newer stuff. But it's like, it lacks a lot of the classic looks of characters. So, with that said, after showing that, yeah, I'm sipping on some iced coffee, this time from Burger King. Their vanilla iced coffee. Really good. Anyway, so I got 2 more DC Multiverse figures. And I got these also from a local seller that I found. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the app OfferUp. I actually sell on there too. It's a lot better than Craigslist as far as doing local buying and selling, online. Anyway, so the seller had these guys, 25 each, or both for 40 bucks. And they'd been listed for a while, and I didn't have the cash to spare. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, somebody's gonna snatch them up before I get a chance to. Luckily, even though it's been, I don't know if it's been over a week or more than a week, or over a week and more than the same thing. Anyway, nobody had gotten them, so I messaged them and I was like, yeah, I need these. I got cash now. 40 bucks is a great deal because, again, this Joker alone, I think, goes for at least 30 plus sealed. I don't know about this Batman right here, but that's also a really cool Batman. But that Joker, as far as a classic look Joker, this is a must-have figure. So really cool deal on that. I got that Wonder Woman right there. Okay, I'm gonna get to these comics in a second. Let me show you something that it's not gonna fit in the frame. Boom. It's the new movie poster. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's not heavy enough to roll down, but yeah. Oh, that is so awesome. If you guys have seen in other recent vlogs on the other side of the wall, where I have my posters, there's Harley, Batman, and then there's Batman versus Superman, Wonder Woman. So there's a new one. I'll give you guys a look again, just cause. So awesome. Look at that. It's always weird trying to see how it's looking in the frame, but yeah, I got this at Walmart for only like, I think it's only like $5, I think, for something. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. There's something I got recently. You know what? I'm gonna step away for a second. Yeah, I forgot to show this in a haul. I got this from Amazon. Actually, I pre-ordered it, and it arrived, I think, on the release day. So it's a Entertainment Weekly Collector's Edition magazine or book, depending on how you want to call it. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. Just, you know, a lot of cool stuff, behind the scenes stuff, info on the movie, but also going past the movie. There's Linda Carter, you know, and it'll cover stuff, history. You know, stuff on Wonder Woman in general. Really cool. I forget what the cover price on this is, but on Amazon it was a little cheaper than its original cover price. I think it's about $12 or so. Really cool. And for those of you who've seen the movie, I'm envious. I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky and get a daddy day off one of these days, and it'd be actually be cool if my wife and I can both go see it. But yeah, I'm envious for all those who've been able to watch the movie already. Anyway, so moving along, going back to Wonder Woman Day. Is it in the frame? Yeah, there you go. So if you didn't know, and if you're on Instagram, I posted about Wonder Woman Day. I don't know when I'll get this video uploaded today, so if you didn't know about Wonder Woman Day already, you might probably miss out on these. So anyway, it is Wonder Woman Day. And also, if you didn't know, it is this year's 75th anniversary of Wonder Woman. How cool is that? So there you go. There's another look. DC Superhero Girls Wonder Woman Day special. I don't know if this is okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if this reprints anything, or it's a special just for, it's like featuring a chapter from Summer Olympus original graphic novel. So there you go. That's pretty cool. If you're a fan of DC Superhero Girls, you have a daughter, or you know a child who's into this, Summer is pretty into DC superhero girls. And there's also this. This is a reprint of, I'm assuming, the Rebirth #1. But it's cool because it, does have the Wonder Woman Day logo on there, plus a little thing for the movie. I love that poster too on the inside cover. But anyway, yeah. So this is the comic. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But what's cool, I went to Maximum Comics here in Vegas. They actually had a leftover copy along with these two on their rack for Wonder Woman Day. They had extra copies of their free comic book day Wonder Woman comic. Is this the same? No, this is different. I don't know exactly what this is, the title, but this was the free comic book day. I'm assuming, since this is the free comic book day comic, this is actually an original, comic and not a reprint of anything. So that's really cool. That's an awesome cover too. Maximum Comics. So that's really cool. Plus, they had this. Oh, I think I moved the camera a little bit. This is a Batman versus Superman, or Superman Batman. I don't know when this came out, but this was also a free comic. I don't know if this came out. Oh, there. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice Day, special edition. Wow, so there was actually a day. I'm actually coming back to comics. At that time, that BVS came out, I wasn't really hitting comic stores, so I wouldn't have known about that. But I love that poster. I actually need that. I need to get an actual poster of that. But yeah, and that's actually what caught my eye as I was at the register, because I actually bought some things, and I'll show you guys that in a second. They had it backwards, so I guess for Wonder Woman Day they had this displayed. I was like, what is that with the thing? And then he showed me, oh, this is Batman vs. Superman comic. I was like, oh, cool, can I get that too? I think I might want to cut this out and hang this on the wall. And actually, even in these comics, I know that's kind of brutal to say. I want to, tear up these comics, but that would be cool to put on the wall too. And, it's smaller than a poster. It's like a little pinup. That'd be cool. Anyway, so that's the Wonder Woman Day stuff I got. Again, the 2 Wonder Woman Day comics. I actually have something I'm going to mention about these in a second. Let me get to the rest of my hauls. This is stuff I actually bought. So coming back to comics, one of the things that I recently heard about was these Marvel True Believers issues, which are reprints of kind of like key issues and stuff. And I saw they did a reprint of, well, they're calling it Deadpool #1, but it's actually was it New Mutants 98, which is Deadpool's first appearance. So that's really cool. I don't think I actually have that issue, even though the majority of my comic collection is like 90s stuff. I do have I believe I have first appearance of Cable, but I didn't have the first appearance of Deadpool. So that's cool to backtrack, be able to read this again, see where it all began, and Rob Liefeld goodness right there. Awesome. And then they're calling it X-Men Gold, but this was a reprint of Uncanny X-Men 281, which I might actually have in my collection, but it's gonna be a while till I can. Oh, look at all those latest. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Will Spartaccio. Yeah, Will Spartaccio artwork. That's awesome. I think. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I think I might actually have this in my original collection, but those are all kind of tucked away right now. It's gonna take me a while till I can get around to those. So that's really cool. Look forward to reading that again. And then they had some True Believers reprints of a little more modern comics, which that's what I really missed out on. I haven't been reading comics in a couple decades, pretty much, but Astonishing X-Men #1. That's a cool cover. Really cool cover. I don't know if that's the same as I'm assuming that's the same as the original cover. And then Old Man Logan #1 reprint, True Believers. And this is a thicker book. Well, it feels like it's thicker, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I saw the movie. If I'm not mistaken, the movie is really quite different from the comics, so this will be interesting. There's an ad for X-Men Prime #1 on the back. That looks interesting. I want to check that out. And then a couple little ads from the comic store. Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. There's going to be some pretty cool guests there. Adam West and Burt Ward, Ray Park. Who else? Oh, yes. Stan Lee, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Kevin Eastman. That's cool. So, yeah, I'm actually planning to attend. I haven't got my tickets yet, but I am planning to attend this. It'll be my first, con here in Vegas, and I am skipping on SDCC this year. It sucks, but hey, I'm here in Vegas, and to make the trip out for that is just not really feasible right now. Anyway, Cable #1, Old Man Logan #25, and Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man #1. Just some little ads, cool little ads. Oh, there's another one. I miss this about the comic shop, is stuff like these and little mini posters you can get for free. Luke Cage #1. That's pretty cool. And on the back is Rocket and I Am Groot. So that is almost pretty much it. And then Summer is actually the one who saw these while we were in Maximum Comics. This is the one that caught her attention. She saw Joker. She's familiar with these little buildable figurines. She has some Ninja Turtles ones. Anyway, so they're only $1 each, same price they'd be in a vending machine. If you're not familiar with these little capsule things, plastics in my hand, and they call them buildable figures because little snap together figures. Come on, Joker. Okay, why aren't you snapping together? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Joker and a little Arkham outfit. I think that's a straight jacket. That's pretty cool. And then this one is Darkseid. And I believe I actually showed some of these years ago. I don't know how many years back now, but I originally had gotten some Marvel ones. And I don't know if I just showed them or I did like a little review. But there you go. A little Darkseid. And they didn't have Batman. That's the one I would have wanted the most. First and foremost, anyway. They didn't have Batman. They have a few more, though. I'm probably going to want to go back and get some more before too long. This one's really cool, though. Bane. I don't know if that bothers you guys. I'm still getting used to this whole front-facing camera because I'm like, when I'm recording, before when I used to use an actual camera, or even if I use a cell phone, I usually use the rear-facing. But when I set it up to do these kind of vlogs for you guys where I'm on camera, I do this. But then what happens is I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at myself, and then when you're watching it, it looks like I'm not looking at you because the actual camera is right there. So I should be looking at the camera, but it's hard because there's this big screen where I'm seeing myself, and so I'm trying to get, I think in this video I did a little better with looking at the camera, which makes it, as if I'm looking at you guys, looking at you in the eye, because that's how I like to communicate with people. And I've always treated a vlog you know, where I'm talking to you guys and I'm on camera as if I'm talking to you in person, even though I can't see you. You know, the camera's eye serves as your eye. Now I'm just rambling. Anyway, that Bane, that's really cool. I'm just gonna, when I show stuff now, I'm just gonna cover my face so I'm not distracted. So yeah, that's my haul. It's my Wonder Woman day. Again, how awesome is that? How awesome is this? Especially for only 15 bucks. This is one of those ones where, oh, I'm so tempted to almost just hang this up on the wall. It's so cool. And, you know, if I wanted another one, you know, either one to put on the wall or one or two of them so I could have one on the wall and one to open, I'd have to shell out like 40 bucks. You know, but this just looks like such a cool piece to actually have hanging and displayed on the wall. But you know me, I gotta crack my toys open. That's awesome. Wonder Woman Day. How cool is that? We're celebrating Wonder Woman Day. And celebrating Wonder Woman's 75th anniversary. Her movie's out. It's a great time. You know, to be a fan not only of Wonder Woman, but you know, if you're really just a fan of Woman, that's awesome. But you know, to be a fan of comics, DC and Marvel, it's a great time. There's so much cool stuff happening in comics and toys, and you guys know I'm all about the toys more than anything. Movies, with the DC Extended Universe stuff now, and of course the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's an awesome time. I'm glad that I'm back here on YouTube with you guys, sharing with you guys, interacting with you guys. It's awesome. Thanks for watching.